My name's Ryan, I'm 29 years old, and for the first time in my life I'm about to go solo backpacking in Southeast Asia. And I know that might sound weird considering my backdrop at the moment and the fact that my channel is littered with Bali videos, but it's true. Actually in Asia the only places I've ever been to are China when I was 14 and now Bali, which I've lived in for over a year. So in just 2 days I'm gonna fly to Vietnam, and I just wanted to come on and make a short video so I can talk to you about what I'm planning to do, where I'm planning to go, and what videos I'm gonna make out of it. And I'm looking for some recommendations from you guys, because although I've planned basically where I'm going to be, there may be some things I should visit in these places that I don't know about that you do, or maybe there's some restaurants that I should go and try out that you think are amazing and you think that I need to try their food. So just very quickly then, I have 3 weeks planned in Vietnam and I'm very excited to see this country. It's been high on my list to visit for a very, very long time. I was meant to go in 2020, but you know, the big C. But I have a very, very action-packed few weeks coming up that I'm incredibly excited for. So in these 3 weeks, I'm going to be hitting up Ho Chi Minh City, Mui Ne, Dalat, Hoi An, Da Nang. I'm going to ride the Ha Giang pass to Hue, and then I'm going to fly up to Hanoi. I'm going to stay there for a couple of days, and then I'm going to move out to the west and do the Ha Giang loop for 3 days before coming back east and heading to Cat Ba Island at Lanao Bay, which is supposed to be a really nice, cheaper local alternative to Ha Long Bay. So look forward to that. When it comes to videos, I really want to cover as much as I can. So I'm going to be taking you around all the culture spots that I can find. I want to be trying out all the street food. I want to be trying out the non-street food, the really nice restaurants as well. And I really want to interact with the locals as well. I mean, right now I've never visited Vietnam before, so I'm going to be doing like the standard backpacker route. So if there's anything on that route you think I should hit, again, recommendations in the comments below. So there are a few rules that I want to be keeping to this trip, because I do want a legitimate budget backpacker experience, something that I've never had before and I've wanted to do for almost a decade. So starting with money, I'm going to be aiming to stick to around $30 per day budget, and that includes food, transport and accommodation. However, I will be flexible with this because there are things that I want to go do and see which I know are going to blow this budget out of the water. I don't want to miss out on an experience just because I'm trying to stick to a budget, but most of the time this is going to be my budget. Also, another topic linked to that budget is I don't want to stay in dorm rooms on this trip, and there are 2 reasons for that. One, I'm going to be traveling really fast and I'm not going to be getting a ton of sleep, so I want to make sure that the sleep I do get is good and not being interrupted by other people in the room. And the second reason is I'm carrying a lot of camera gear with me, and I would be devastated, and honestly my life would probably be turned upside down if my camera gear got stolen. And I know most hostels are safe, but I don't want to take that risk, so I will be staying in private rooms throughout the duration of my trip. But now that I think about it, I think those are the only 2 rules, so everything else is on the table. And like I said, I want to have a legitimate backpacker experience, so far, apart from my flights to Ho Chi Minh City, I haven't booked anything. I mean, I'll probably book my first couple of nights accommodation in Ho Chi Minh City, but besides that I'm completely flexible, which is why I'm asking you for recommendations, please, again, down below. I've also invested a lot of money into this trip and by proxy into my business, and not just including the flights and accommodation and everything I'm gonna pay, but also gear, including this lav mic right here, which I think is going to be really good when I drive the Ha Giang pass and the Ha Giang loop, and I can have the GoPro strapped to me somewhere, and then I can have the lav mic here and I can still talk to you while I'm riding the bike, and we can enjoy those amazing views together. And for those of you who might be wondering what I'm packing for a 3-week trip through Vietnam, basically I'm just going to be packing 1 week's worth of clothes. So I'm definitely going to be having to find laundry places along the journey, which is definitely an adventure in its own, and I'm really looking forward to that. But anyway, 2 days, a little bit nervous, never been solo backpacking before. I went solo traveling in Australia back in 2018, but I could speak the language there, so it was a little bit different. I'm looking forward to seeing who I meet along the way, what experiences I come across, and sharing everything with you guys, because I'm going to be filming everything. I think I've planned around 20 to 25 videos that I'm going to film in 3 weeks, including a 32-hour overnight train, well, over 2-night train from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City before I fly back to Bali, which is going to be insane. I think incredibly uncomfortable as well, but insane. So with that all being said, if you want to come along on my journey and you want to see what I get up to in Vietnam, or you just want to find out what you could do in Vietnam, because I'm going to be sharing everything that I can, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I honestly think I can do it. And I really hope this Vietnam series does really well, because I'm going to be putting a lot of time in it, and I really want you guys to see it and come along with me and experience things through me that you might not be able to do, or that you might be planning to do in the future. So, you know, subscribe. 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year would be amazing. It would mean so much to me, and I will see you in the next video in Vietnam. Well, actually no, we'll be in Bali, but we'll be flying to Vietnam. See you then.